Hey, welcome to Graphic Policy Television GPTV. I'm Brett. It's a new month. We've got our new Blindbox Comics box. Blindbox Comics is one of the geeky boxes out there that's geared towards comic fans. It's an interesting one in that they do kind of a couple things that I actually think are really interesting and very unique. One, they have curated box. You get like 5-6 comics every single month. Usually number one, some cool items out there, usually some of the hotter comics out there. And then they've got another edition where you can get a variant comic, and that variant comic is limited, and there's 3 tiers to that variant comic, and we're going to describe that when we open this up. And then there's a third version. What the third version is the combo of the two. Now I go for the third version because that's who I am. So let's open this up, meat, sweats, and all, and show off what's inside. Now, as I said, I think this is one of my favorite boxes out there. I think they do a really fantastic job. Every single month, they've been impressing me more and more. As I said, they've kind of got their list of comics, and then their variants. We're going to open up the variant last. Already, the comics that are in here, I can tell you, are some solid stuff. First and foremost, we get not just the comics, but they're all bagged and boarded, which is fantastic. We've got Turncoat #1 from Boom Studios. Boom's been putting out some fantastic comics. This one's by Alex Peknadel, I'm going to butcher the last name, Treknov, and Jason Werdy. It's a limited edition, not limited edition, it's a miniseries of 4 issues. Turncoat's 300 years since humanity was brutally subjugated by the alien race known simply as the Management. 2 years since these invaders abandoned Earth to return to their homeworld. Following her participation in the brutal massacre of human-alien hybrids left behind by the Management, resistance fighter Marta Gonzalez declines to join the new human government, starts her own private detective agency instead, and Gonzalez is forced to confront her own bloody past and acknowledge the fact that the transition from oppression to emancipation is anything but clean. It's a comic. I actually have it loaded up to read digitally. I haven't read it yet, so I can't give my own opinion. I will say, though, Alex Peknadel, who wrote Arcadia is a fantastic comic, really some cool concepts. And then we got Aryam Treknov, who did Undertow, which I love the art from that. So the combo of the two, I've really been looking forward to reading, and it's just, I'm behind and suck. It's on my to-do list of reading. So this is now some cool stuff, and every so often we get this with Blindbox, and I always get really excited by it, is they not just have the comics, but sometimes they throw in autograph comics. They've had 2 comics from 21 Pulp. This is the second time we've gotten an autograph of James Patrick from 21 Pulp. This one's Hero Hourly #1. I can't recommend this comic enough. Hero Hourly is one of the funniest comics that I've read in a very long time. I'm sure this is a very low print run, so if you are getting a copy, you're very lucky, and if you have a autographed copy, you're even luckier. Basically, it's a guy who can't get a decent job and winds up getting paid hourly as kind of a made-to-order or ordered superhero who goes out and saves the day and hates his job and hates his life and stuff like that. Really, really funny stuff. If you work a 9-to-5 job, you're going to love it. Plus, it's autographed. Bonus. Next, we get The Discipline by Peter Milligan. This one's actually been somewhat of a controversial, mature comic from Image Comics. Between fighting her sister and hating her husband, Melissa still finds time to fall in lust with a stranger who's an awful lot more than he seems. What appears to be a simple seduction is revealed as something much darker, more dangerous. It's a controversial and erotically charged tale of sex, death, and metamorphosis. Begins with an explosion of carnality and weirdness. This is one I actually will say I've stayed away from, just because it hasn't really been my thing. I probably should read it just to see what the hubbub is about, but from everything I've seen and have been told, this is one you're probably going to want to check out. So there's that. Next up, we've got Hyperion #1. I'm going to teen it up from Marvel. Hyperion is back, or is he? The high-powered hero is hiding in plain sight, driving a truck across the U.S. to learn about the country he has adopted. Along the way, he picks up a lone runaway named Doll, who has more baggage than he anticipated. Doll is in danger, chased by a pack of freaks and lunatics known as the Carnies. Will Hyperion reveal himself to save her? Maybe. Will he use a tractor trailer as a baseball bat? Probably. It was a first issue. It's been pretty decent. Basically, this is Marvel's version between Hyperion and Squadron Supreme of the Justice League. Are kind of taking him on. It's a good start. It's enough that I want to check out the second issue. The second issue is actually out, I believe, this week, so this is very, very good timing. So yeah, it's worth checking out is the best way I can put it. Like, it'll be a good read. It's not too deep, not too crazy, but it's a good read. So we've got Power Man and Iron Fist #2. So it's interesting is on the back of the sheet that they give says Samurai #1. Our thoughts is, why does Samurai #1 look like Power Man and Iron Fist #2? Make no mistake, Samurai is really enjoyable read, and given the delays in Diamond, hopefully is worth the wait. In the meantime, they're sending Power Man and Iron Fist #2 as a placeholder, something to bridge the gap, and Samurai will be added to next month's box. Samurai is by Titan Comics. Power Man and Iron Fist, fantastic comic. I believe the third issue was out this week or last week. So Power Man and Iron Fist, if you've been getting this every month, you will have gotten the #1 issue, which was in last month's box. They said in their nice sheet, if you didn't get Power Man and Iron Fist last month, they've included that as well as a bonus, so that you get an extra comic and you get Power Man and Iron Fist #1 and #2 to read. I'm really enjoying this. Is David Walker and Sanford Green. Lee Loftridge is on colors. It's a solid comic. I can't recommend it enough. I think it's one of Marvel's best comics out there. Really, really good. Next, Star Wars sketch cover. This month, everyone receives a bona fide piece of original art by Jason Adams. That's right, every single Blindbox Plus or Blind Variant customer gets an original, one-of-a-kind piece of art this month. Artist Jason Adams, who's done work on Bravest Warriors, took a lot of time out of his big schedule to painstakingly create original sketch covers for everyone. Most of them are stenciled covers, while a handful are actually cut by hand right into the sketch cover cardstock to reveal the artwork behind the sketch cover and illuminate the cutaway image. So yeah, this sounds really, really cool. So now what I was saying before about their variants is the variants usually have like 3 different versions. One might have like 1,000, one might have 500, another one might have 100. So this month they're doing a little bit different in that everybody's getting a sketch out of it. So this is all original work. I got a Princess Leia #1 that's got some pretty sweet Han Solo art on it. It's like a dry brush. I can't think of the right term. There's a term for it for t-shirts. That's done on the cover. So that's basically, it's an original comic. Everyone's going to get an original item, which is really, really neat. And bravo to Blindbox. I mean, that's a hell of an inclusion into the comic. On top of that, Princess Leia #1 was a fantastic comic. But you shouldn't be reading this because this is going to be an awesome variant, and I'm sure it's going to be worth some money out there. But as far as like bonuses and variants go, this is one of the coolest items I've seen when it comes to comics in any box. I mean, this is just a brilliant idea. It's fantastic. Bravo to Blindbox. And part of the reasons why I highly recommend them. And if you are a comic collector, you should at least be getting the variants. If you just enjoy reading comics in general, you should be getting the main box as well. But at a minimum, you should be getting the variants because I think the variants are just that fantastic, and they're really, really limited. I mean, let's face it, at most these are, look, we're talking like 1,000 print run, which is not very high, and it's from some very, popular comics. And then, of course, you got something like this, which is completely original, and it is what it is as far as the print run. But yeah, really, really cool. It's clearly like a stencil done thing, but it's done really well. I can't recommend this month enough. You can actually feel the slightly raised cover and print to it. But yeah, this is some badass stuff. Let's just gonna go with that. So bravo. I mean, I think Blindbox Comics is still top notch. This is one of the best boxes out there. I can't recommend it enough. You just check out everything that you got in this month's box, and you can see. So, Let's put it this way. We got an autograph comic of something that's got a really, really low print run. We have original art on a sketch cover, and some other great comics that are fantastic reads. What's not to like about it? So go check it out, Blindbox Comics. There's a link below our video. As always, thank you for supporting us and watching our videos. You can catch Graphic Policy every single day at graphicpolicy.com. Of course, we're on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, all at Graphic Policy, keeping it nice and consistent. Until next time, keep reading those comics and keep it geeky.